Hey, what's up, everybody? Nick Push here. Well, guys, I just got back from seeing Halloween Kills. I'm still on that high of seeing a Halloween movie in the theater, which, we don't get to do very often, so it's very cool. I just wanted to come make a quick YouTube video and give my initial thoughts, no spoilers, and just kind of tell you guys what I think. So I'm excited to do that. Like I said, there's not going to be any spoilers here. So, if you haven't seen the movie and you want to know, certain plot points or anything like that, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to get into basically what my initial thoughts are on certain aspects of the movie that we already know, or we already knew that was going to happen. So what I think, stick around and find out. Alright, so like I said, I'm still on a high from just getting home maybe a half hour ago, 20 minutes, something like that. But a couple of things first. Number one, I am not a movie reviewer. There are a lot of movie reviewers on YouTube that do a great job. That's not me. That's not what I do. I get on the camera and I kind of give my thoughts on certain things. You can call me a commentator. You can call me some lame-o that, sits in a room with blue lighting that talks about Halloween, whatever you want. But I'm not a movie reviewer, so there's not really going to be too much rhyme or reason to this, or too much organization. The only organization that I'm going to have right now is before I went to the movie, I made a list of a bunch of key bullet points that I wanted to hit. So I'm just going to kind of touch on that. And just a reminder that these are my initial thoughts after one viewing. I will tell you this: when I left the theater after watching Halloween 2018. I fucking loved that movie so much. I was so excited after that movie. And I still like that movie, but it hasn't really aged well for me. Upon more viewings, I kind of saw more of the flaws. So I just kind of wanted to throw that disclaimer out there that this is all subject to change, but these are my initial thoughts. Also, if you can do me a quick favor, if you like talking Halloween, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. It really helps me out, guys, and I really do appreciate it. I have so much planned now that Kills has finally dropped, and we can finally talk about all kinds of things. This is a non-spoiler review. I'm going to have a spoiler review coming out in a day or so. New ranking videos, all kinds of shit. So like I said, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate it. So, let's get into this. I'm just going to go through these bullet points and give my non-spoiler thoughts on it. That's how we're going to do it. So, number one, the first bullet point I have is the returning characters. And there's no order to this. It's not, most important to least important, or, best thing about the movie or worst thing about the movie. They're just the bullet points I thought of. But returning characters. Mixed aspect for me. Some of the performances by some of these actors and actresses, I loved. Some of them I thought, and I'll get into it in my spoiler review, but some of them I thought were very wooden. One person specifically, I don't want to get into that quite yet because I don't want to cloud anyone's judgment on it, but it was mixed for me. So that's number one. However, let me just say this. It was cool to kind of have the band back together and see characters and actors and actresses that we haven't seen since, 1978. I believed that they were these characters. Even Anthony Michael Hall, who plays Tommy Doyle, I believed that was, Brian Andrews all grown up. So returning characters, they're mixed, but overall, it's a positive. Let's talk about the Strode family. Let's talk about Karen and Allison, and of course Laurie. They were all pretty much used exactly how I thought they were going to be, which isn't a bad thing. One performance stood out more than the rest. I'm looking to get more out of Allison. I thought we were going to get more out of her in this movie, and they tried, but it didn't really hit for me. Laurie, as I'm sure a lot of you probably already know, is a little bit in the background in this, which I think is a good thing. She's got more of a Loomis role where she's explaining things, and she's injured and things like that. So Strode family, kind of mixed, but overall, just like returning characters, a positive. Let's get to a huge positive, and that would be Michael Audrey Myers, The Shape. Just like 2018, and just like we saw in the trailers, he's a fucking badass in this movie. He will not be fucking stopped. I think one of the first YouTube videos I made about Halloween Kills, God, almost 2 years ago now, or at least a year and a half ago, whenever it was dropped, was that we were going to see a brutal, badass fucking Myers. And we got that in spades, just like we all probably thought. I thought he was awesome. I thought James Jude Courtney did an excellent job. I thought the look of Myers was great. The mask, obviously, like we saw in the trailers, was fantastic. The way he's lit was great. Everything about him was fantastic. We did get a little bit of stalking in certain parts. I didn't expect much of it, but I was grateful we got some, so I'm happy about that. Michael, big positive. Next bullet point, the town of Haddonfield. So the town of Haddonfield plays a role in this movie. How the events of '78 have affected the town, how the events of earlier that night, Halloween 2018, how that has affected the town, in a negative aspect. Didn't really work for me. I love the idea. I absolutely love the idea of what they were trying to do, but it didn't work for me. One sequence in particular that they really tried hitting home with some emotion, I didn't like. Like I said, I like the idea, but it didn't work for me at all. Kind of took me out of the movie a little bit. So that's all I got to say about that. I'll get more into that in my spoiler review, which obviously I will about all this stuff. But the town of Haddonfield and what they were trying to do, great on paper, not good in execution, in my opinion. Let's talk about Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. A couple of things here. Number one, awesome to be back. Awesome to be back. Actually, there's more scenes shot there, more screen time at HMH than I thought there would be, which was a pleasant surprise for me because, as you guys know, I am a big fan of Halloween 2, 1981. I loved that the people that worked at Haddonfield Memorial, the EMTs, were wearing the HMH jackets just like Bud and Jimmy were wearing in 1981. Awesome. So seeing it, big positive. So, yeah, let's go next. All right, let's talk about the big daddy of the room here, the flashback sequence. As you guys know, I've made many, many fucking videos preaching about my concerns about the flashback. I was very concerned about a few images that dropped. I may have made some videos where, as some people in the comments section said, I was acting like a big old baby, a pussy, a crybaby, a whiner, you fucking name it. I stand by what I said in those videos. Those were my concerns. Now that I've seen the flashback, what did I think? Holy fuck, guys, they nailed it! They fucking nailed it! Was it perfect? Absolutely not. Were there some things where I was like, it didn't really work for me completely? Yes. But overall, home fucking run. I felt like I was in 1978 again. I felt like I was in Haddonfield in 1978 again. The way it was lit, the score in those scenes, excellent. I fucking loved it, guys. I absolutely loved it. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna drink out of my Halloween 2 mug while I, get my voice back. But, guys, look, like I said, I know I may have sounded like a baby. Your words, not mine. Some of your words, not mine. I realize that, but they were legitimate concerns. So I stand by what I said in those videos because they were concerns of mine. I always said, let's see the execution. In my opinion, as of right now, favorite part of the movie. Easily. Fucking easily. So flashback, like I said, home fucking run. Alright. The ending of the movie. I got a few more bullet points. The ending of the movie. Whew, God. I am honestly mixed on this. I like it in theory. I don't know what to say about it. I'm still 100% gathering my thoughts on this, guys. I'm kind of at a loss for words. The way it ends. You'll notice that it ends kind of abruptly. And we knew that going in. You know, this is, for all intents and purposes, the second act of a 3-act play. So we know Halloween Ends is coming. We know that this movie was going to, or that Halloween Ends was essentially supposed to take place on the same night. And then in an interview a couple months ago, David Gordon Green casually dropped that it was going to take place a few years later. Even though they didn't do any reshoots or anything like that, which was always interesting to me. So I'm mixed on the ending. I need to mull it over a little bit, maybe sleep on it, probably watch it again and see how it flows for me. But yeah, a little bit of a loss for words on the ending. Didn't hate it at all. But I just need to think it through a little bit. All right, 3 more bullet points. The score is next. And the score was interesting to me. During the flashback, they used all kinds of parts of the score from Halloween 1978, which were fucking amazing. The rest of the score, I don't know. There were certain things there were certain aspects I liked, and there were certain aspects where I didn't like at all. There's one sequence where I guess it was kind of the Halloween theme played, but I didn't like the version of it when Michael's kind of walking down the stairs towards a character. I kind of was like, what the fuck is that? I thought 2018 score was much better, to be honest with you. But all the shit with 1978, playing some of the same aspects of the score in 1978 that they used in the flashback, brilliant, and really helped the flashback scene. And then there's a sequence, maybe 3 minutes before the movie ends, maybe 5 minutes before the movie ends, where I really like the score in that. So mixed, but generally positive, just because of what they did in the flashback. Cinematography. Superb, guys. Superb again. And this is what I expected. Halloween 2018 had great cinematography. I'll say it was good cinematography. There were some aspects of 2018 where I didn't like it. A lot of orange and shit like that. They corrected the wrongs, we'll say. The way the shape was lit in numerous scenes was fucking gorgeous. Fucking beautiful. He was in shadow. Obviously, in a movie nowadays, they got that awesome mask. They're going to show it off. And they certainly showed it off. But the cinematography, most of the time when the shape was in the shadows and everything like that, was brilliant. And I see that they learned from any past mistakes they had. And finally, I just want to talk about the opening credits. What I initially wanted to see was a pumpkin, just like the normal pumpkin we have, and I wanted to see it on fire, just next to the credits. That's what I wanted to see. Did we get that? No. I'm not going to say what we got, but I thought it was pretty fucking cool. Really fucking cool. And creative, and kind of giving everyone what they want as far as keeping the pumpkin and, things like that. Overall, guys, really, really enjoyed this movie. I have some qualms, not a lot, but I have some qualms with certain creative decisions and certain aspects that I thought were just kind of like, what the hell is this? What is this doing in this movie? But this probably hit my expectations. Did it exceed my expectations? I don't know yet. But the fact that it hit my expectations is pretty damn impressive, because my expectations were really high, as you guys know. So, do me a favor, guys. In the comment sections, let section. Let me know what you guys thought of this movie. Don't put any spoilers in there. I'm going to have a spoiler review coming out in a day or so. That's where we'll keep the spoilers. But let me know what your initial thoughts are after seeing this movie. Thanks for watching, guys.